Welcome to our channel, Elevate English. Today, we have a special lesson. It comes from a very famous book. The book is called Atomic Habits. It was written by James Clear. This book has changed millions of lives. It has taught people how to build good habits. It has taught people how to break bad habits. It has taught people how to become better versions of themselves. Today, we will focus on one important idea from the book. It is called the 1% rule. This is a very simple idea, but it is very powerful. Understanding this idea can change your life. It can help you achieve your goals. It can help you become successful. It can help you become the person you want to be. Let us start with a story. It is a story about a man named James. James is the author of the book. He was a young man. He was a good student. He was a good athlete. But he had a big problem. He was not consistent. He would start things with great energy, but he would give up quickly. He would lose motivation. He would lose focus. He would fail to reach his goals. One day, James had an accident. He was hit in the face with a baseball bat. It was a terrible accident. His face was badly injured. He had to have surgery. He had to stay in the hospital. He could not eat solid food. He could not speak clearly. It was a very difficult time. But something amazing happened. James did not give up. He started small. He started with tiny habits. He started with small changes. He focused on getting just a little bit better every day. He focused on improving by just 1% every day. He started with his health. He could not eat solid food. So he focused on drinking water. He focused on drinking enough water every day. It was a small habit, but it was a start. Then, he started walking a little bit every day. He walked slowly at first. He walked for just 5 minutes. Then, 10 minutes. Then, 15 minutes. He increased his time slowly. He improved by 1% every day. He also started reading. He read just 1 page every day. Then, 2 pages. Then, 3 pages. He built his knowledge slowly. He built his skills slowly. He did not try to do everything at once. He did not try to change everything overnight. He focused on small improvements. He focused on the 1% rule. After a year, James had changed completely. He was healthier. He was stronger. He was smarter. He was more successful. He had achieved more than he ever thought possible. And he had done it through small, consistent actions. He had done it through the power of 1% improvements. James wrote a book about his experience. He called it Atomic Habits. The word atomic means very small. It means tiny. It means almost invisible. An atomic habit is a small habit. It is a tiny change. It is something that seems unimportant, but it can lead to huge results. It can lead to amazing transformations. Now, let us understand the 1% rule. The 1% rule is simple. It says that if you improve by just 1% every day, you will become 37 times better in 1 year. That is a huge improvement. That is an amazing transformation. You do not need to make big changes. You do not need to work hard every day. You just need to improve a little bit every day. You just need to get 1% better. Imagine you want to learn English. You cannot learn English in 1 day. You cannot learn English in 1 week. You cannot become fluent overnight. It takes time. It takes effort. But you can learn 1 new word every day. That is a small habit. That is a 1% improvement. After 1 year, you will know 365 new words. That is a big improvement. That is a huge achievement. Imagine you want to get fit. You cannot get fit in 1 day. You cannot run a marathon overnight. It takes time. It takes effort. But you can walk for 5 minutes every day. That is a small habit. That is a 1% improvement. After 1 year, you will be much fitter. You will be much healthier. You will be much stronger. Imagine you want to save money. You cannot become rich overnight. It takes time. It takes effort. But you can save $1 every day. That is a small habit. That is a 1% improvement. After 1 year, you will have saved $365. That is a nice amount of money. That is a good start. The 1% rule is very powerful. It works because of something called compound growth. Compound growth is when your improvements build on each other. Each improvement makes the next improvement easier. Each success makes the next success more likely. It is like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but it gets bigger and bigger. It gets faster and faster. It becomes unstoppable. Let me give you an example. Imagine you have a piece of paper. Imagine you fold it in half. It is now twice as thick. Fold it in half again. It is 4 times as thick. Fold it again. It is 8 times as thick. If you fold a piece of paper 42 times, it would reach the moon. That is the power of compound growth. Small actions can lead to huge results. The 1% rule also works because of something called the habit loop. The habit loop has 4 parts. The first part is the cue. The cue is the trigger. It is the thing that starts the habit. It is the thing that tells your brain to do something. The second part is the craving. The craving is the desire. It is the feeling that makes you want to do something. The third part is the response. The response is the action. It is the thing you do. The fourth part is the reward. The reward is the benefit. It is the good feeling you get after doing something. If you understand the habit loop, you can change your habits. You can build good habits. You can break bad habits. You can become the person you want to be. Let me give you an example of the habit loop. Imagine you want to start reading every day. Your cue could be a time of day. For example, you could read every morning after breakfast. Your craving could be the desire for knowledge. You want to learn new things. You want to become smarter. Your response is the action of reading. You open a book. You read for 10 minutes. Your reward is the feeling of accomplishment. You feel proud. You feel smart. You feel like you have achieved something. You can apply the 1% rule to any area of your life. You can apply it to your health. You can apply it to your career. You can apply it to your relationships. You can apply it to your education. You can apply it to your finances. You can apply it to your hobbies. The possibilities are endless. Here are some examples of 1% improvements. For your health, you could drink 1 extra glass of water every day. You could walk for 5 minutes every day. You could eat 1 piece of fruit every day. You could sleep for 5 extra minutes every night. You could do 1 push-up every day. For your career, you could read 1 article about your industry every day. You could learn 1 new skill every week. You could network with 1 new person every month. You could send 1 email to a colleague every day. You could improve 1 process at work every week. For your relationships, you could tell 1 person you love them every day. You could call 1 friend every week. You could spend 5 extra minutes with your family every day. You could do 1 kind thing for someone every day. You could say 1 positive thing to your partner every day. For your education, you could learn 1 new word every day. You could read 1 page of a book every day. You could watch 1 educational video every day. You could practice 1 grammar exercise every day. You could listen to 1 podcast every day. For your finances, you could save $1 every day. You could track your spending for 1 minute every day. You could read 1 article about personal finance every week. You could invest $1 every week. You could avoid 1 unnecessary purchase every week. These are small changes. They are tiny habits. They seem unimportant. They seem insignificant. But over time, they add up. Over time, they create huge results. Over time, they change your life. The 1% rule is not just about doing things. It is also about stopping things. It is about breaking bad habits. You can apply the 1% rule to breaking bad habits too. You can reduce a bad habit by 1% every day. You can cut back slowly. You can stop gradually. It is easier than stopping all at once. For example, if you want to stop eating sugar, do not stop all at once. That is too hard. That is too difficult. Instead, reduce your sugar intake by 1% every day. Eat 1 less piece of candy every day. Drink 1 less soda every day. Put 1 less spoon of sugar in your coffee every day. Over time, you will reduce your sugar intake significantly. You will not miss it. You will not suffer. You will make the change without even noticing. The 1% rule is very powerful. It works because it is easy. It works because it is simple. It works because it is sustainable. You can do it every day. You do not need special tools. You do not need special skills. You just need to start. You just need to take the first step. James Clear says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." This means that your goals are not enough. You need systems. You need habits. You need daily actions that lead to your goals. The 1% rule is a system. It is a system of small improvements. It is a system of daily actions. He also says, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. This means that your habits shape your identity. If you read every day, you become a reader. If you exercise every day, you become a fit person. If you practice English every day, you become an English speaker. Your habits are a vote for who you want to be. The 1% rule is about patience. It is about trust. It is about believing that small changes lead to big results. It is about believing that the process works. It is about believing in yourself. You will not see results immediately. You will not become perfect overnight. But if you keep going, you will get there. You will achieve your goals. You will become the person you want to be. Think about a plant. A plant does not grow overnight. It grows slowly. It grows a little bit every day. You do not see the growth. You cannot see the changes. But the plant is growing. It is getting bigger. It is getting stronger. And one day it flowers. One day it bears fruit. The same is true for your habits. You will not see the results every day, but they are happening. They are building. And one day, you will see the fruits of your labor. The 1% rule is about consistency. It is about showing up every day. It is about doing the work. It is about not giving up. It is about staying committed, even when you do not feel like it, even when you are tired, even when you are busy. You do the small thing. You do the 1% improvement. And over time, you become unstoppable. Now, let us think about our own lives. Let us think about our own habits. What small changes can we make? What 1% improvements can we start today? Maybe we can learn one new English word. Maybe we can read one page of a book. Maybe we can walk for 5 minutes. Maybe we can save $1. The choice is ours. The opportunity is ours. We can start today. We can start right now. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That is an old saying, but it is very true. Every big achievement starts with a small action. Every great success starts with a tiny habit. The 1% rule is that tiny habit. It is that small step. It is the beginning of your journey to success. Thank you for listening to Book Wisdom on our channel, Elevate English. We hope you learned something valuable today. We hope this lesson changes your life. Remember, you do not need to change everything overnight. You just need to improve by 1% every day. Small changes lead to big results. Atomic habits lead to amazing transformations. Start today. Make one small change. Do one tiny habit. And watch your life transform. You have the power. You have the ability. You have the potential. It is all in your hands. The 1% rule is your key to success. Use it. Believe in it. And you will achieve greatness. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye and good luck.